Cool. All right. I think we're going. I want some music. Now we can go from there. Um, don't know. We got it. Hey, YouTube, it's crazy. You can never tell what's actually working. Okay, so the headset's currently on charge. So we'll boot that up in a little bit. But I think to begin with, we shall switch over and then we can work from here. So I think I've got my little plugin already working. Plugins, maybe. Ah, there it is. Cool. Got my custom little template plugin working. So we'll have to set up this because I think my player might have some input issues. File save, or did I already set that up? Yeah, I've already got that set up. Okay. So we should be able to actually move around okay once that's all done. But the idea is that we'll be able to make some automatic doors or something like that, and then we can do some creative. What's the plan, Lee Stanley? Set this up to begin with. Maybe do some automatic doors, and then kind of go from there. So the idea is like really rough. I haven't had a chance to like flesh it out or anything like that. But the goal is something like Helldivers, that kind of thing, except in VR. So we're just gonna start off with a ship, and then we're gonna kind of figure that out. But I think it would be cool to do some like tutorial sections where you have turrets aiming at people, and then you've got to like crouch to get through them, that kind of thing. But there's a whole lot of stuff we've got to set up before then. The character, stop the head from going through the walls, that kind of thing. So we can start with that. The only issue is I forgot to charge the headset again, so it's not charged. So that's on charge right now. Hopefully that will be up and running soon. Um, Players in there. It's already got hands. I think in this case I might need to set up the weapon, because I don't think the skeleton has. Oh yeah, I've already got that. Okay, so really we could just start doing some doors. Thinking about some sci-fi doors, because the idea is something like. Wait, I've got a mood board somewhere. If I don't remember where I put it. Oh, recent. Cool. Super simple mood board. Super simple place to start. But some kind of door that can basically open when our hand touches it and then close once we like leave the area. So that's kind of it. And the idea is to have it so we can lock this via blueprint as well. So we say the door's not unlocked yet, you can't go through. Um, but this is kind of the art style that I think I'd go with in the end. But I've never really done like hand painted stylized art. But that's like way down the line. So right now it's kind of block out and then do some doors. I think that'd be a fun place to start just for this stream. So we could actually start that. I think I do have a folder for actors, which I did off stream. In VR, where do I start if I want to integrate hand tracking for Oculus? Um, hand tracking. Hand tracking is already built in to Unreal. Um, I need to do a video on it because I haven't done a dive. But I'm pretty sure with UE5 plugins, I think you might need to change it around. But Oculus Open XR is already in there. I'm pretty sure hand tracking is built in. Mm, maybe not. Because I know that if you enable hand tracking on your headset when you connect it to the like when you play from your device, it actually picks up the controllers and moves them around. So it is already built in and it does work. You just need meshes for it and to put all the information in there. But I think there's a way to do it. I haven't really looked into it. Like the after the fall safe room doors. See, this is the issue. I don't play VR games. So I don't really have much to work on. So after the fall room, take a look. Oh yeah, so you got a button and then the doors open. That's the kind of thing that I'm going for, but like sci-fi ship esque. Because the idea is to do something like Helldivers in VR. So Helldivers trailer or gameplay is probably a good one. And I like the idea of being able to like duck and dodge and stuff. You put your face in the face scanner and it opens after a few seconds. So that would be cool. But the issue is, if you're going to do that for every door, it's going to get kind of repetitive. I don't want to get this video taken down. Um, but in the tutorial for this one, they've got like a shooting gallery, which would be cool to do at some point. And then this is the kind of bit that I was thinking about. So you've got to crawl through or crouch to avoid the turrets. So it can be pretty gruesome. So we can have some turrets like this fire some like crazy weapons or something. So I think doors, and then once we got doors going, we could do a new section. Because I'm kind of just making it up as we go. So I've already got this blueprint, which I think might be worth us actually booting up Blender as well and making some models just as some placeholders. I also have a bottle of milk, which I'm going to drink at the exact same time. Hey, General. No! Grown ass man trying to struggle to open a bottle of milk. There we go. So it should be pretty good. So the thing that we need to do is figure out a scale basically. 8. Actually, it'd be zero point 0.4 by zero point 0.4. It has been a couple of weeks since I've used Blender, so bear with me. Move this guy up. 1.8. So this is going to be our human reference, I think. And then we want to keep it to the grid because I know that I'm going to have a semi-modular environment. I think it's going to be the best way to do it, just for performance-wise. So we start off with a plane, and then what would be a good size for this? 4x4 could probably be good, but that seems a bit small. 8x8 seems pretty big for a door. Okay. 4x4 could be good as a base, and then I can have it like duplicated. My keyboard needs cleaning. Mesh cube. one the side thicknesses. So I'm just going to do this as a rough block out so we can bring it in and then we'll have two doors. Do this as the outside. We won't really know what a good size is until I get an engine anyway. But yeah. Actually, you know what? Save us playing around in here. We'll just use cubes. We can do the exact same thing. We just got to change the pivot points and then we can come back to it. Because I've already got this set up. So we've got a UI element. So this is just a widget interface, which once we touch it, we can make it do things. So it goes to itself and then it comes back here. So we open the door. So the idea will be having a cube. I kind of want to just jump right into it. So we'll have one cube as left door. And then we'll have the other one as right door. I'm gonna do it that way. Are there any open source alternatives to Substance Painter? No, not that I know of. Basically got the old school like Photoshop, or you can actually paint in Blender if that's the kind of thing like our style you're going for. But if you want to bake stuff, you can pretty much do most of it in Blender. That's probably about as far as I go with that. Okay, so we got left cube, right cube. We want them to move either side. So when we press the button, that fires. So we're gonna do get world location, door open, and then it will move. Left vector, timeline, door movement. Add key 000 key 11, and then we can actually change this later on. Yeah, Keen and I are looking good. Let's try and move this around the wrong way. I just thought there was a custom way of actually just making it smooth. Length 1 second. I'm going to graph. So when we start, doors open, we play from start. We get the world location and then we set it as the original, so doors shut. Okay. I'm going to do this once just so we can see if it works, and then I'll figure it out from there to make it a little bit easier. Like repeat the code, because I think we can do it a better way anyway. And then we need a new location for it to move to. So that would be on its left side, the X, isn't it? Yeah. So X by 150. Break. What I might look at doing is actually using a placeholder or like a. Why does my entire list show? Ah, it's gonna be one of those streams. So I kind of want an empty, but I can't remember what they're called. It's like little like diamonds, like blue wireframe diamonds. There's my. Why did that come up now? You just do an arrow. Yeah, you can just use an arrow to set the location to that, so it'll automatically move. That'll probably be the easiest way of doing it. Location, update, week. We'll do that on begin play just so we can test. Begin play, print string. Is playing. Just change the value. We're not moving though. That's the thing. Get world location. Yeah, that's right. Get that, break it. Start, break the vector. These all need to be plugged in. Nope. So it is updating. We're just not seeing the cube move. Oh, it was on the other side. Okay, so that's basic setup. Not open source, but free, I guess. Quixel Mixer. Yeah, we're doing it. Put that over there. I also need some music on. Let's put some music on. That's a bit loud. Darren Rowe, hello. Can you make a tutorial for physics hands in Half-Life Alyx? I am. So I've got a tutorial that I'm currently putting together now for adding hands to Unreal. So normal hands, and then it'll be built on top of that. Otherwise, there would be basically both the same video with different takes. And the physics hands would need the first video anyway, so it just works better to have it as a part two. Which we shall be doing. Left door, fine. we've got that part, and then we play the left door. From there. So that'll move. So we want to set the move to. I can never remember what the little component was called. It's basically like an empty. Just do an arrow. I already have hands and animations, but I don't know how to make the physics because the collision from the Unreal engines are very buggy, and if they are activated, you can't pick items up properly. Thanks for saying it's time to make sure. Yeah, like it is. It's like it's cool if you've already got it, but there will be loads of people trying to do it without having hands. So kind of got it set up here. So the idea is to make it available to everyone and not have to buy anything. So we've got rigged hands. So I've got to go through setting all of these up. The components, right hands, because we're not going to duplicate them. You can't for physics hands. So the idea is to have them in here and then have them load in. But it's a whole absolute pain to get set up. So it's just taken me a while to get everything up and running, to be honest. Because it's not just adding the hands. I got to show people how to set up the weapons. So in blueprints, pistol, I've got a feeling it's not going to be incorporated in this one. In the grab component, sorry. So in the grab component, I've got all of this. So I've got grab type free, where I can have it set to rigged hands, and then the handheld animation. So it'll actually let you select which animation is played when you grab a certain object. The motion controller scale mesh, that's fine. And then when you press the trigger, do you play an animation? Like that's all the stuff that I've got to include in the tutorial. So there's a lot to go over before getting to physics hands. And then there's like setting up all of this. I think it's going to be like an hour-long tutorial. So I'm hoping to get that done this weekend actually, because I also got a sponsor for it, which is quite nice. And then might have another sponsor for the part 2. So hopefully it won't take too long, but it is quite a pain to get working. Yeah, world location. Go start. That cuts out a whole chunk, and then in here, should be able to select left door, arrow. Oh, I make it visible. Hidden again. Okay, let's set that back to 0. Move it, and then we should move to that point. Cool, we got our door position. And I just need to do that for the other one. I just take a time tutorial. Can you help me please what to modify to make snap turn movement from Alex tutorial to make it smooth? You just need to change the snap rotation value. So snap rotation value is defaulted to 15. You should be able to set that to about 2 or 5, and then it should actually slow down. Or if you want it to be really smooth, you can probably set it to 1 or 0.5. And then you should be good to go. This is the other thing with the VR hands. I've got to rejig the entire grab component and setup and do a whole load of stuff. So it is coming. It's just why videos have been taking a little while to get out this month. It's just because work's been absolutely crazy and super busy. So trying to do that and everything else has been quite difficult, to be honest. Wonder if I could turn this into... You can't have timelines in a function, so that's not going to work. Okay. So we need these to play at the same time, so basically just sequence it. Left door and right door. Right door mesh. Right door mesh. Again, right door mesh. Oh, that's the wrong one. So that would be right door location, left door location as well. I made something, but I think your tutorial will be much better. Now my hands can pick objects, but the hands kind of go through items. Never through weapons, but through cubes and stuff. You might need to change the snap location. That might be it, or the collision. It's normally collision with the physics stuff. That's when it usually plays up. Okay. First from end. Play from start. This is really annoying because I'm going to need a timeline for each one. Play and start. No, I don't, do I? I just need a reverse. Okay. Event closed doors just plugs into reverse from end. Never mind. But the thing is, as well, that's another thing to cover. Is it really depends on what platform you're targeting. The issue really is if you're doing Quest, it's quite intensive physics hands. So you need to enable and disable them at specific points, just so it doesn't get too much, which can be difficult in itself. I need to figure out which way is forward for this freaking cube. Okay, let's do you there. We use 150 by default. $50. Yep, that's the front. This will be the touchpad where we put a hand. By the minute it's a UMG, so I can point and click on it, but we'll change that. It'll be a collision. So it doesn't look much like a door, but it is. Plugged into there. And then event closed doors. Reverse from end. Reverse from end. Front left door, that's fine. Wait, our correct part. Because the thing is, if I don't use the UMG, then we don't need the begin part. So now, hopefully, based on whereabouts the rotation is, those doors should still open anywhere that we need them to. I know it doesn't look much like a door, but we'll press play. Okay, left one works, right one doesn't. Door start. Hmm. There's firing. Yeah, that's all done. Left door, right door. Hmm. Right door should end minus 150. I think it's doing it. It's definitely not doing it. Let's delete that for a second. We'll focus on just the right. We remove that, does it work? No. So why does the left door work, but not the right? Looking at it, play from start. Right door start. Get world location, right door. Because the code's mirrored. Huh. There's always something that breaks. That world location, arrow component. Wanna? That we can play. That should update until it's finished. The left works fine. Right doesn't. Door. This is weird. Let's delete that. Because these should play at the same time. Whereas, hey, And how much bones with a mesh in Blender? And 15 words or less, preferably. You got to parent it and then skin it. From what I remember, your best bet is a proper tutorial, but I think it's add modifier and then armature. I think that adds bones. So if you've already got them, it then add them to it for you. Okay, like yeah, okay. Right door. Right door. Door. And then right door. Start, compile, save. I'm so confused. Every time I try to do a stream, something absolutely stupid breaks. They're both set to movable. That works. Yeah, moving right just doesn't work. Flip something? Nope. Try to chop off a hand from the Paragon assets. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. If there's already hands in there, just grab those. Just setting them up can be a pain. Has anybody got an idea why this isn't working? Because they're exactly the same. Block all dynamic. Block all dynamic. Is it because there's two timelines or something? Wait there. I'm so confused. Swear to God, I say this every time I do a stream. The code's exactly the same. We're setting their own versions. Play from start. And we got right door. It must have just been a bug. That works now. So I don't know whether to do like a touchpad. So you touch it and then it opens, or do your whole hand. So you put your hand on it and then it opens. I think that the hand would be cool. If that's the case, we don't need this. don't need that. And we don't need. Oh, why is this? Oh, every time. Honestly, I wish I was in UE5 right now. It doesn't mess up. Like this whole graphics bug or whatever it is that I've got going on is just a right pain. Like it looks fine for you guys, but my menus just keep disappearing. So let's save. Library. So I'm going to boot up Oculus actually, and then we'll just connect the headset now. I should have a decent enough battery on here. Yeah, I've got 85%. Yeah. Meta logo. Cool. That's ready to boot up. Matt, do you still use the Oculus VR UE4? I've had issues with it and I'm considering just using the official release. Honestly, I haven't used it in ages. It got to a point where basically the Epic version and the Oculus Source version synced up. So I haven't used it in quite a long time, to be honest. The only thing that seemed to be on there was there's like a new feature for like frame blending. I forgot what it's called, which people are using to increase performance. So it basically halved your frames and then kind of guess them in between. I can't remember what it's called, but other than that, I didn't really need it. If you're doing online stuff, you do. So I was trying to install it the other day because we were looking into Oculus shared sessions. So I don't know if you guys have heard of that. If I open it up, let's have a look. So the only reason I was looking into it is because they've got a new template out. Oculus. Is it shared? Oh, it's shared spaces. Oculus. So Oculus shared spaces is like a multiplayer sample that they've got going, which does actually need the SDK version. So or the GitHub version. So you can go on there and then actually download this whole online multiplayer VR like Oculus Quest test stuff that does local and network like host servers and that kind of thing based on headsets. But I was actually having a lot of issues with it. So if you're in the Discord, you probably saw me trying to figure it out. But I wasn't even able to get mine to build. My Visual Studio just had a bucket load of errors. Things with it, I kind of just give up. I'm not really sure what's causing it either. So if anybody's in here that knows what's going on with this stuff, then please let me know because it would be cool to do a stream on the shared spaces. Headset on. Oh wait, let's get going. Put this up to link. Where is my cable? Is it screen warp? I think it might be screen warp. Was the feature that's in there? Okay. Allow access. Look at this link. What did I just press? Press the social button. I haven't got any friends, so it's empty. And now we can boot that back up and look at doing some hand interaction stuff. Cool, let me test out the hands are working in this template. I'm really low down. Cool. Thumbs are working, pointing. Come on. That's better. Grab, shoot, grab, shoot. Go from there. I didn't plan on it, but my fingers kind of stop on the mesh as well. It's super cool. That's this. Loshard, has anyone else had issues with stuttering when using GDX Low Motion Tutorial? Like, if I move left or right, it stutters a tiny amount. Haven't found a way to fix it. I used to delay timer too. That would be how I'd fix it. You can change. So if I open it up, it would be the smooth locomotion update room scale. So it'd be this one. And then so update room scale timer. And then I've got it minus 0.3. And then that's like really smooth. And then set to looping. So this is pretty much all the same. I just need to fix the sprint because I did that wrong. Yeah, that goes to the update room scale here. So you would just set the timer to be lower. That generally should do it. If there's anything else. Yeah. Got that one working. We've got a player in there. Open up our map. But it's also worth, if you're having stuttering, to check your Oculus. Like, see if your performance is working right. See if it's actually not like a frame issue. It's gonna work. Do I need to change the player? So somebody asked about hand tracking. I'm pretty sure this works by default. Maybe not. So can't teleport because I don't have a nav mesh. Can move them around. The idea is to set this up so the doors open when we touch them. So we're going to make these lower down. Which are, even when using on event tick, I'll get a stutter. I've gone through this a few times to see if I missed something. For example, put a cube in the scene and move left around it. Will stutter. Very subtle but noticeable after a while. I've confirmed it's not an FPS issue and I'm getting 120 the whole time. I'm not entirely sure then. Best thing to do would be to take a couple of screenshots of your code and then head over to the general VR development channel and we can help you out there. Might be the easiest way to debug it. Back to you. There's a good way of casting the VR play from editor to Discord Live. Not entirely sure what you mean. I mean, like screencasting, you would just cast your headset to your PC and then share your screen. That's the only way I can think of. You haven't noticed the issue with UE5 though? No, I haven't noticed the issue with either version, to be honest. But then, what it could be is if you change your DirectX. I need to make a video on this because I think I've said it every day this week. Um, Unreal Engine 5 is still unstable for VR development. What you need to do is go to Windows. So in your project settings, find Windows, and you want to change the default RHI. So in Unreal Engine 5, it's set to DirectX 12. You want to set this back to DirectX 11, and that'll stop a load of crashes and a load of bugs. Yeah, it should help you out a little bit. It's 50-50. Okay. Two 0.2 thickness. Cool. That should. I don't think I'll play because I haven't got it connected to a event. Why did that one not work? Then begin play. We got some crazy bugs going on in this or something. There's some weird bugs going on. What is happening? Okay, now I'm confused why this door's messing up. Is it something to do with the collision? Okay, so it doesn't open when it's intersecting with the floor. Why? Is it because it's on sweep? Is it literally sweep stopping it? And stopping short of the target if it's blocked by something. Right, that's why. So all of that issue with the doors not opening was because of that. What a pain. Might need a new sub-level for blueprints and doors and stuff. Then again, my players in persistence, so that would make more sense. Okay, so we've got our door, and then now we want to have a little hand placement thing. Darth, heyo! Currently making a little sci-fi door. The link in Discord isn't correct, by the way. What? I broke it somehow. Okay. It's been one of those days, and I had a meeting earlier, and it just threw me through a loop. Let's edit it. New link. Cool. That should be a bit better. So this cube is going to be a parent of the left door. So if the left door moves, so does that. And then we're going to have a collision. So box collision. I can't remember if there's anything in my player's hand. That will detect overlap, but I'm sure it will. Box. Begin overlap. And then we test that. Save it before it explodes or for some reason. Takes me to an offline stream. Huh. I fixed it now anyway, so that should work. Get our hands going. Cool. So then we touch it. We don't have any collisions. Oh, wait, what? What collided with it? Ooh, I can use my VR print string. Not you. Hurt those hands. VR print string. Custom VR print string. Let's see if it works. Didn't say anything. Working. Okay, so if we overlap it, it works. Which means our hands don't have collisions. Oh, our hands don't have collisions unless we actually touch something. I don't think we want collisions. So we're going to have to add... Oh, it's going to get complicated. A sphere or box? I'm not too sure this will mess up the navigation. There it is. Super laggy. Okay, so it's not worried about that hand. So we walk up to it and then we touch it. Nothing happens. But then if we walk into it, we collide with it. You know why my custom little print string isn't working? I used a custom material. Come on. Don't know why it like stutters so much when I start out. Oh well, we don't need it. Oh, it might be. Itchy nose. Library. Viewport. It's all messed up because I moved it. It's really annoying that it follows the parent. I don't want it to. There we go. Well, like, why is it over there now? Ah, this should not be so difficult. Okay, at least it stays with it. Access not trying to read property. Yeah. Okay. Man, this is why I haven't put this out. Just it's so broke. One. Nope. Ah, screw it. I'll have to figure it out a little bit more. What are you trying to create? I think it has sci-fi door. Pretty much something like this. So it's like you touch your hand on the middle and then it'll open the door for you. I originally had it set up so it was a widget, but didn't really need it. So just having to play around with this now. But the issue is my hands don't have collision. So I need to figure out a way to actually get them to communicate with the door. I wonder if I could create a new collision channel and just give my hands a new collision called hands, which is set to ignore everything. And then with stuff like this, I can have it so it actually interacts. Object settings. That might work best. Where's collisions? Where's my glasses? Collision. Object channel. Object channel, trace channel. VR hands, ignore. Box. Custom. Overlap our VR hands, and then in our hands, we tell them to be VR hands. Not the right one. Okay. Cancel. New preset. VR hands. No collision. VR dynamic. VR hands. Set everything to ignore because I don't actually use the hands for much collision. And then I think if we set these up to the hands. Why is everything not updating in here? There it is. So these are now VR hands, which ignore everything, so it's kind of what they were by default. And then chip door. Overlap VR hands. Do. VR hands. Why did it let me do it twice if it didn't let me do it before? VR hands. Alright, we'll back to block. Speed. Think. Oscar, howdy. Glad to be here. It's cool that you could join. Currently doing some sci-fi doors. So somebody was asking about hand tracking earlier, so you can see it's like the hands do track, but they don't follow the like my actual mesh hands. That is like step 3 of this hand setup, which is not gonna be easy. Okay. Oh, did that work? Was it? I missed it. Edit. Developer tools. Epilogue. I can't even see it. I got a feeling that's showing up as player. I also realized I think it's only on the one hand. No. Left. Does my hands actually have collision? So we've got a capsule. So our hands should be colliding with it. But I've got a feeling it's because I've set up the door wrong. It won't be the door, actually, it'll be the actual collisions. So I don't know if it's firing. So we've got these set to VR hands, which basically ignore all. So VR hands would have to be. Where's project settings? Collision, presets. VR hands can overlap anything with VR hands. Our ship door box has VR hands overlapped. New print string widget VR. What? Why though? Man, this is a disaster. Disaster has struck, and it's just getting worse. VR hands. Doesn't do it, but if we walk into it, it works. Our hands should be overlapping. So we'd get our hands more dynamic. The difficulty is figuring out if my hands actually have collisions on them. And even though they do, I don't think they really do. So we're going to set that to no collision. Hands to no collision. And then for the motion control, we're just going to add a sphere. So right, we want to make this visible. I'm going to set the collision type to VR hands. So we should ignore everything. Where's our hand? I don't understand why it lags so much. think my PC's starting to really not like streaming. Come on. I know my frame rate's low. You keep telling me. There it is. Doo-doo. Where's the collision? Why do we have a sphere collision applied to our player, but we don't have it in the level? Knowing that we can't easily back out. Nope. Man, I should have just done first person. Would have been easier. Hidden in game, so we should be able to see it. Okay, if we add... Oh, this... Where I ask this every time I do a stream, but if anybody knows how to fix this like graphics issue for 4.27, it will be a lifesaver. It just doesn't do it. I also need to change the level. Come on in. Move around. Why don't we have collisions on our hands? We... Okay, so it's not colliding now. Box. Collision preset. Custom. Ignore all apart from VR hands. User set to VR hands. Doo-doo-doo. I'm really not sure why the whole thing's being so slow. Right hand. I don't get why it's not appearing. Really confused. We should be able to see a grab sphere. Or just the sphere in general. I'm so confused. Sphere. Add to our right motion controller. Oh. I'm not using the wrong player or something. Have I ever got this twice? I've got the player twice. I'm not even using the right player. All of that has just been pointless. Why do I have it twice? Okay. VR hands. Set to overlap. There we go. Really sorry about this. Right VR hands. Overlap. Ship door. Collision box. VR hands. I think that should let them overlap each other. If the hands work. The headset's acting like it's dying. What is happening with this machine? Oh, I'm ready to throw my computer out the window. Binaural overlap hands. Spawning. Your hands overlap. There it goes. So collision preset. VR hands overlap. Ship door. Object type VR hands. Overlap. It's got to work at some point. So laggy. Overlap. Door. There. I think it's my quest. Just slowly dying. Wait there, I'm gonna set up Airlink. See if that works better. Start launch. That's better. It must be my cable. Really not sure why the collisions aren't working. Right controller sphere, let's just do you as overlap all dynamic. Custom object type VR hands. Overlap the ship. Cube. Uh, VR hands. Hopefully it should be closer to that door. Hey! I think that's it, hands. Let's see if I can actually delete the sphere now. No. It's like my hands don't have any collisions, even though I'm pretty sure they should. Yeah, I need to figure out why my hand doesn't have collision. It's starting to lag again. I think it's because I've got this on my head. Man, I should have just left the UMG in. Leave the UMG in, so when you touch it, it just works. Why are we lagging? Oh, this is like impossible to do. If anybody has any like ideas what's going on with it, it would be really good. Really good if anybody knew how. The video's only in 1920, but for some reason it just keeps lagging out with Unreal. Which is really annoying. Project settings. Let's just delete that. We've got VR interactable, ignores the pawn, and grab everything else. And then VR interactable, just set to block. Should work the same way, but for some reason it just doesn't. Literally just blocking stuff out. So there. Drop little hallway. So we can boop it. And then it'll be good. Okay. I'm really confused at why my hands aren't working. I wonder if that'll help. A bit more difficult to see, but I don't want to fix performance for some reason. Misty, hey, welcome to the stream. I'm currently fighting with my hands, trying to figure out why it won't actually work. Overlap all. Ship door box. Let's do overlap all. Let's see if this goes. Okay. Now we can go through. Cool. This looks sick, bro. literally spent probably like an hour. I don't even know. Yeah, about 40 minutes trying to figure out bloody doors. It's been an absolute pain. So we got the doors going. We need another collision box, which isn't connected to anything. And we know we'll be in it. So we've got on end begin overlap. I don't know what to do the player. Sorry to ask. Don't apologize. Don't apologize for asking. Sorry to ask, but do you have any tips for game development? I'm new to Unreal and making a game. I managed to put character in and make them run and stuff. Dude, this is pretty much the first start. Tips. Main tip would be to make use of the game instance where you store your players' values and information, and then have a save game stored inside of the game instance. Try not to cast too much. It can be expensive. Use interfaces or event dispatchers where you can. And try to avoid level blueprints. A lot of tutorials out there tell you to use level blueprints, but it's like not the best to use. So avoid that as much as possible. Gotta go, no worries. That's alright. Won't begin overlap. The character is a player character, so we need character. True reverse from end. Pretty sure this should now let us walk up to the door, open it, and then when we leave, should update. Needs to be actor. Set you on finish. Ah, bloody thing's messed up again. So if door is open, then we can check to see if our players left the overlap. If it is, we play from the end. So I'll walk up to it, kind of touch it, but use my hand, and then when do it again. Huh. Oh, my screen's black. I'm probably gonna have to migrate this to UE5 just because it'll actually work better. I kind of want to do more streams, but for some reason it just doesn't work. Pretty sure the door is colliding with a hand or this. There's like it overlaps with itself, but the doors need to have block all. So if I was to move this forward as a quick fix, I think that would stop it from reopening when it closes. Touch it, it's fine. Can't walk through it. I touch that, door opens, and then when I leave, door closes, opens. And I just realized on the other side of the door I can't get back. Let me in. Oh, okay. This is why are doors so difficult? Oh, it needs to. I don't think this is the best way to do it, but it should stop it. If door is not open, then we can open it, set it. Like the idea here is to just get something real rough going. Open, and I'll leave the area, closes. That should work for now. And the good thing is I can have a branch here that says, is door locked? Then I can unlock it with something else. So I could have an interface that's like activate door, and then I can link it to this so once you unlock it, it opens. Cool. I need to do the reverse now. Basically to duplicate this onto the other side. Okay. And graph. This should work the same way. So hopefully I should be able to actually go through both sides now. Yay. Excellent. So now we need some meshes for that. That's okay. Yeah. Real rough. There we go. I just feel like I get quiet when I'm starting to concentrate. It makes it difficult to actually think about what I need to talk about. That would be rough hallway. And this one would be our, yeah, empty space, standard location. We're just doing a emissive material. Have I got a materials folder? No, I don't. Your folder. Material. Emissive. Emissive color white. By 10. Cool. Use emissive for static. I think if I build this now, hopefully these will actually light up this room. So we don't need any lights in it. We can just use emissive materials. Might be cool. There we go. It's really bad, but it's all just block out stuff. Cool little way to have some decorative lights, though. Got that. I kind of want this bit to loop back around. This one. I could really do with blocking something out in Blender, I think. Stop all this sea fighting. You're back. Awesome. Cancel our scene inside of our persistent. I can't see where anything is. So how did you get into game development? Originally I was really into like practical model making. I really enjoyed video games in general, but I was really into practical model making. But we moved to a different part of the country, and unfortunately, when we moved, we couldn't really take the stuff with us. So I started looking at the next best way of doing it, and that was like digital 3D. So I started with, I think it was, start with Cinema 4D, and then realized that was more for like video editing and 3D into video. Wasn't really my kind of thing. And then I went to Maya, and then realized that was for rigging and animating. It was better suited for that. And then finally found 3D Studio Max, which I used for quite a while actually, for about 6 or 7 years, I think. I got pretty good at it, and then using that, kind of got into UDK. I could never really pick up Unity, just because my coding skills in that, because I'm dyslexic, so my coding in there was really bad. And then kind of pick up UDK, which done a bit of level design in. I really enjoyed. And then Unreal dropped, and as soon as Unreal dropped with their blueprint system, like blueprint coding, I picked it up like really quick, and then kind of went that way. So, long story short, kind of like just fell into it. But yeah, originally started out as I wanted to do VFX for movies, and then really enjoyed just game dev, being able to interact with stuff in real time. So kind of picked it up that way. So hopefully that answers the question. Doesn't leave too much out. But this is really bad. I'm gonna have to redo all of this. Feel bad even showing you guys this. So we got that. Mode. Let me What's a good one to use to light stuff? Such a cool backstory. I've been doing Unreal for 2 days and I find it quite easy when I think about it. Answer the question a whole lot. That's cool. It's cool. No, Unreal's really cool, especially if you want to get into it like game dev pretty easily and fast. Don't have to worry about coding too much because you've got the logic that you need to learn for blueprints, but overall the logic itself is quite easy to pick up as long as you've got standard knowledge. Have you ever watched the CW The Flash? I have. I really enjoyed it up to season 2, and then it went downhill. Because he is not the fastest man alive, even though he says he's the fastest man alive. There's a whole thing. I could get into it. Basically, I really enjoyed it, and then it kind of got crap. Yeah. There, and swivel this around. Like so. This, I want to be a shooting gallery. So I'll make it a bit longer than normal. I'm making a game on that. That'd be cool. Although you might make people sick if you move too fast. That's the only issue with smooth locomotion, that kind of thing. Unless it's just standard 2D, you might be fine like a first person game. Because I've seen a couple of people do similar, and it looks pretty cool. So it's gonna need a door. Let's take this, turn this into like a strip. Use emissive static. Definitely gonna have to make some kind of lockout for this to be a bit more accurate. Okay, let's do a build and then we'll test it out. Say yes, build. Can't figure out the trail. Look for Niagara particle effects. Should be quite an easy one to actually sort out. Because you would need two. You would need a lightning particle effect that like attaches to the player, which you can do. You can have Niagara particles attached to the skeleton mesh. And then you would have a second part of that, which would be like the light trail, which would come off the end. Just make sure you don't hit it too accurately to the CW stuff. Otherwise, you'll get lawyers chasing after you. Which is something you don't want. So I originally wanted this to look like the spaceship from Stargate Universe, Destiny. I really like the art style for that. Like all derelict. Kind of wanted the story to be like you've been on this ship for quite a long time. Or you've just woken up. So it would be pretty fun to do. Wireframe. May have just saved me. I don't know if I saved you with the lawyer stuff or with the particle effects, but either way, make sure to check out the Discord. There should be a link in the description or in one of the other videos. I can't remember what the link is now. But if you need any more help, like even non-VR stuff, we can help you out over there. Plus, it also gives you an excuse to like share it. You can hop in there and share out what you're doing. I can't do the Stargate, which sucks. So I'm kind of just taking inspiration from the ship. But I absolutely love the show. It's a shame I'm not in UE5. I could have used their new block out. Like, heck. I think the best thing for me to do with this scene would be to do modular and then do the hallways. It might have to be some custom hallways put into it. Oh my! Why is the menus gone again? Oh, I got the hiccups. Build and then we'll jump in, have a little walk around. Should work. My game isn't VR as I don't have one as I'm only 16 and when I get money from work you spend it on games. Yeah, that's normally how it goes. It's not a bad thing. Just one thing that you can do is when you play the games is like break them down, like take a look at them and like see how they're done. It's a fantastic way of learning like game development in general, like what they do, where the particle effects play. And one of the best ones is try to figure out where triggers are. So normally in games you walk through a trigger volume and it activates a cutscene. Like think about whereabouts you would put those for games that you've already played. Like little things like that can work really well. I got another developer with a VR headset. I asked them to make an option to switch to VR mode. You could always change it later on in the future. Nothing's stopping you. This this block out is dreadful. Let's jump in though. I said 300 because my mate will give me a good PC for that. But he doesn't need it anymore. That's not bad. Take it where you can get it. Let's hop back. Play an editor. Hopefully this. This is going to be the main room, like bow of the ship, and we can go through. Yeah, be in actual room, and we could do a loop round. Lighting's really bad. Kind of messing with my eyes. Come on. Check the doors are closing. Cool. You're an extra door, aren't you? What I'm thinking is you can do it so you wake up, and then that door's locked, so you can't actually get through it. So you have to go through the armory. In this case, like shooting gallery here, and then you can like get your weapon and you can test it out. And then as you've done that, you can then make your way back through here to the main like room where you'll have like a control panel and you can like go to different planets. That's kind of the idea. Exciting! Your game looks sick. Thank you. There's pretty much nothing in it. Literally just doors and a player. Got around another 15 minutes and then we'll wrap up. Why does the camera like jitter? No, so it looks really jittery on the PC, but when you're in the headset, it's really smooth. It's just a weird effect from the camera because you see the micro like movements, whereas your head kind of deals with it. It's a strange one. That would need to be way bigger. Don't really have any ways of blocking out a map. So I kind of want to be the tutorial to be a little bit longer as well. Yeah. Wonder what could be a good one to do. So we add a table in here. I'm not too sure how high this has to be off the floor. Do something like that, and then a template, blueprints. That looks alright. Then drop in. Which way is my controllers going? You are that hand. Not bad height. Can't pick them up though. That's because they don't have the right grab component. I think this is going to be a nightmare. Like, it's messed up again. Yes, my main display is like messed up. 2 seconds. Below blueprint. Hopefully. Right hand. Press to open. See if this works now. Restart it. Or sideways. We're firing though. Yeah, it wasn't the right way. Really annoying because the grab component for the original gun is rotated by 90 and I can never remember which way it goes. It's really annoying. Let's restart this one. And while that's opening, I will open up the other one. Components 8090. Hopefully this is the right way. Move my player to the other room. There we go. Didn't change the settings on that one. Oh, the hair on my nose. Bro, that looks sick. Thank you. I think it'll look pretty cool once I start getting some stuff in. Yeah, I'm gonna just I absolutely love the idea of doing a ship, something like this kind of style. That's aged and you've been there for a while. Or having it so you wake up. I absolutely wish like licensing would work so I could actually build something like this. It'd be so cool. But I think having like an organic ship where like levels go down and it goes around would be pretty cool. And like large areas. That's kind of the idea I'm going for. I really like the idea of the environment lighting itself. It's like something like this. Could be pretty decent to do. But yeah, I'll probably take a lot of like inspiration from this. But the it's kind of the textures as well works really well for trim sheet. As well as some UI. So that's the other thing. Is in here I want like a holodeck so you can choose the location to go to. Like do like a space hop. Then you can travel there. Could be pretty sick. I'll actually set that up. Need like a rough block out anyway. Actors, new folder. Actually, blueprint class. I just call it level select for now. Widget. I'll save. Put that there because we'll need a widget. And we got UMG door switch. Widget blueprint. Level select. Button. So really rough. We'll do 50 by 100. 50-50. Center. I'll save. So this is where I'm going to have to set up some kind of system. Then go from there. Looks like a TARDIS. That would be pretty cool as well. Like so many ideas I want to do. Licensing doesn't let you. I've been rewatching Doctor Who lately. So much fun. New season's awful though. Okay, UMG. We got this. So I'm trying to think of the way to do it. I could have the UMG control the level that you go to and have all the code in here. But that kind of beats the point of making it ease of access. So I think it might be best to have it so when I press the button, it goes to our game instance, and then our game instance has something in it that can set the map and the mode. That way it can also store the last selected map and mode. So blueprints, VR game mode. Wrong one, we want game instance. Game instance VR. So up sub level to load, that's the main one. So load stream level. So every time we load stream level, we play make and load stream level, which would be our hyperspace one. So maps, hyperspace, make visible after load. So this kind of needs to be always loaded actually. It just needs to be hidden. So the reported level must be visible for okay. Space. Always loaded. Because then I just want to turn it on and off. Get stream level. I haven't actually used this node before. It'd be visible. Load stream level. Load stream level by name. That's so good. It really is. The Doctor isn't that good. Putting you on Discord with the video of my game. I'll be able to check it out if that's okay. If not, that's fine. I can check it out, but I won't pop it on the stream. Just because it might mess it up. It looks pretty cool. It looks decent for 2 days. Keep it up. Looks really good. So we fire that, make our level visible. And then on complete, we delay for, I don't know, like 4 seconds because we want to be in space a little while. And then we want to get the streamed level, set our visibility true, and then go from there. So now we do it for level to load. Let's do green. Actually, yeah. So that would be ship hub 1. So now our widget, we get it, we've got our button. So on click has to game instance VR. Get game instance. Set sub level. And then we fire our load stream level. Once that's done, we need to make sure our game instance, this is set back to invisible. Do it that way. I have no idea if this is going to work. Widget blueprint, level select, 0.3.3.3. We drag this actor in. Let's stick it in the window. Did I set it? We got something broke already. Widget blueprint, select. Raw desired size. I'm in the wrong level. Current level. Widget blueprint level select. There it is. I have to go now, bro. Need to revise, do my GCSEs. Oh, I failed mine. Oh, that's some bad memories. Good luck, though. Good luck. But it's nice of you to drop by. That shouldn't be on. Be on. I'll be for the next one. I'm hoping to do more. Generally hoping to try and do more streams. Initialize. Should be set to hidden by default. As for when I ask if I film mine, what happens? I've got no idea. Honestly, just work at it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But just know it's not the end of the world. And also the best reply. Should be encouraging you to do everything you need. But yeah. Hell don't mind. I'm doing alright. Took a little bit longer. Blueprints. Oh, open level blueprint. I'm gonna do it. Open level blueprint. Okay, see you, mate. See ya. Thanks for joining. Level select. I can't remember the collision channel that the widget company needs to be on. There it is. So travel through and then we go to a different level. So cool. So cool. Build. See what happens. But Ash, good night. Going to sleep. See you next time. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by. That's why. Direction lights. I know on the store there's some good planets. See it. There used to be a Skybox created for like space scenes. Oh, why is it rotating? Oh, stop rotating. There. Is there anything on this screen? Oh, this. Oh, my graphics. I don't know why it keeps messing up, but it's the entire monitor. Hopefully, this doesn't break anything. Nope. As soon as I go full screen, it breaks. I was looking at this, but I can't see it. Does that work? Nope. It's the first time I've had it happen on a website. It's really annoying. Like trying to actually do stuff and then it's just no way. So it looks fine for you guys, but my entire page just keeps messing up. It looks really bad. Wish you could manually control it. Let's try downloading it anyway and see what happens. Um, I don't think I've actually got a project file set up for this. Personal folder. flip. Don't actually know if there's an easy way to put these into Unreal. I haven't really done skyboxes before, if I'm being honest. Do you have a textures folder? No. Let's go row 1. You gonna let me? Oh, I need to zip it. Extract it. There we go. The cube map size. I think we can tell Unreal it's a cube map. We want this to set to user interface. That'll make sure it doesn't get pixelated. Skybox. And then we can go from there. Cool. Now we've got to Google how to set up a skybox in Unreal. Are we still going? Yeah. It's gotta be something on forums. I don't think it'll set properly, will it? Because that looks like a HDRI. We don't have a HDRI. So he's got a normal one, and then he's created another material from it. Before we begin, in your outline, click select use skyline and delete them. Bring back a blueprint. Add components tab, you add a components tag mesh. Session on Skysphere tell you for what mesh you can see that material. Yeah, he's using a 360, which is not what we got. Look pretty good though if it works. I'm just not too sure if we can convert this into a HDRI. For cube map. What am I laid out on the long? There's got to be a way to use it. We still get this? I used to. Damn, I'm late. No worries. It's all right. We're currently figuring out cube maps, but I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to do it. I need some cube maps for space. So let's move that to the other window. We'll see if we can install this and then create a cube map from it. Because we can load a cube map in here and then save cubemap.dds, which apparently Unreal takes. Okay. So it downloaded, but didn't launch. Load cube cross. Like what? Will that work? Nope. Didn't do anything. Load cube cross. Do I just have to select all of these instead? I don't think it's going to let us do individual ones. I'm not entirely sure how to get a cube map into Unreal. Or set up a material for a cube map. UE4 cube map Skybox. Yeah, this is what we want. So I've got to turn it into a DDS. And then load it as mobile HDR. Skyboxes. Spacescape, that's what I was looking for. This is what I played around with like years ago, and it worked really well. Might be better than that website. Spacescape open. New. Okay, new layer. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but it's really difficult to see. Um, 1,000. New layer. That doesn't look too bad. Your 100 look alright. New layer. Please. I think these are the ones that work as nebulas, if I remember correctly. Can't remember how to make a nebula. I think it's billboard. Alright, guys, we've got 10 minutes anyway. We'll see if we can get this in there for the next 10 minutes. And then we shall wrap up. I can't remember how to add stars and stuff to this. You in a color. Wanted to be green. Where's the resolution? I think that should be alright. Export as Skybox. Computer. Personal. Custom files. Unreal. Cool. Import personnel project drop custom file Skybox. Things just aren't liking me today. What? Skybox. DDS file contains data in an unsupported format. Okay. Weird. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this. Hopefully, I can get it working for next stream, and then we can come back and have something that looks pretty good. A couple of weird little planets, and go from there. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap up now. Been going for a couple of hours, so yeah. Hope people enjoyed this. I know it was a bit of a pain, but we got some doors working. We got some levels blocked out, which we can move around. So hopefully next time we can do a little bit more, and then we can see how it goes with like little space planets and that kind of thing. So yeah. All right. I hope everyone enjoyed that and hopefully learned something new. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye.